I cannot believe it. I can't believe we've made it to the finale. The finale of season 6, the series finale. I did see this kind of too late, but that there were extra little episodes, like little couple minute shorts after each of these episodes in season 6. So I never got to watch them. I'm not sure if I will get to or what I'll do with that. But either way, this has been amazing. It's mind-blowing always when I find someone who creates these types of amazing shows, amazing stories. This is something that I just didn't expect I would love so much and really understand so much. I really feel it. Like this is like the word for me. This is the word. This has been great, and it's just been awesome that you guys have watched along with me. This is obviously a lot of your guys' maybe like 15th watch or more, and it's just cool that you guys also came by to watch along with me because I'm sort of late on this series. So I do really appreciate that. So thank you, even though you guys watch other reactors react to this series. It does make my day that you guys were like, well, what does Imon think? And it's just cool. It's just very cool that anybody would care. The Philip situation needs to be answered. Does he make the right choice in the end? I need to know what happens to Marco, what happens to everyone. So I'm so ready. This has been an amazing ride. Let's do it, guys. Oh my God, she's gonna walk in with her little brother.
Here, baby. Are you all right? You can't do that.
Who is that?
Why would you do that?
You have to tell us where he is, baby. It's not right to leave him out there.
I'm sorry. I didn't know how long it was going to take to fix him. The dogs fixed him.
Dogs? What are you talking about?
Okay. Oh, see, I couldn't see him. It was too dark.
I want a hug too. It's okay. He's fine.
He looks crazy. Notice what he looks.
Whatever the hell you are, get out of here!
Stop it! It's Nance!
No, baby, it's not him. It can't be. Your brother's not here.
Oh my God.
Daddy?
Oh no.
No! Daddy!
Oh my God.
You're scared of me. Zan, the soldiers are coming. We have to go. We have to go. Come on.
Oh my God.
Mommy! Daddy! I'm over here! Mommy!
Poor Zan. I feel like he's more of the victim in this
There's nothing you can
situation.
do out here. If I die, the dogs will fix me.
Oh, that is how he sees things. Okay.
Sure, you and your faction did their part?
Not recently, but things can change quickly.
It's this kind of bullshit that has left all of us with fewer ships.
Minaros is gonna have to stand and fight, and we're gonna put an end to it once and for all.
And if we don't, the Free Navy will cruise through the ring.
Use their own guns to blow them straight to hell.
Is this the best you could come up with?
Madam, I know the ring space in that station better than anyone. We'll get it done.
Take your station.
On Medina, they say Jama always kiss that Ina's boob.
Something wrong?
Why would it be?
I convinced your father to reinstate you because I believe he's better with you at his...
A lot of Martians still consider the Rocinante a stolen ship. They insist on calling it the Tachi.
Must have driven Alex crazy.
People that the ship wasn't stolen, it was just smart. And went looking for people worthy enough to fly it.
The first time you called me boss,
No.
it was halfway through my first run on the camp. You've been there longer. I thought you were fucking with me.
The engineer, I was a mechanic. You were the boss.
Yeah. Clarissa calls you boss now. I think she means it in the same way.
Great.
What do we have here?
Textured mushroom seco de carne. Soy taquinos on the side. That's special.
Jeez. Okay, we're in a pinch.
Oh God, please. I'm hungry. I'm not that hungry.
She's trying to wash the blood off her hands. That's what I wanted for Philip, and I didn't want to give her a chance.
did.
I didn't either. So that part, that's the important part of this show.
This is good.
Thank you.
Not too much salt?
Disappointing that more Belters didn't rally to the cause, especially after all you did for them on series.
What we did was too little and too late.
Mm-hmm.
A sad story of our species.
Yeah, it's something to think about with Julie Mao, that she was always thinking about the Belters way before it was the fad thing to do, like the cool thing. And she put herself in harm's way for them.
Captain, freighter is breaking up.
Pushing. All ships, this is Drummer. Whoever is targeting the freighter, disengage.
The other ships aren't falling back to protect it. It's not even returning fire. I don't think Marco Inaros is on that ship.
It isn't the freighter.
Fire!
Oh, she hit? Whoa.
Report.
Drive intact. Reactor failing. Going into shutdown.
That will help.
Suicide mission at this point.
Just beat you to it. Then you watch your screen.
Okay, at least there was a hit.
I'll shut down drive 3 and drive...
Oh.
Is it bad? Am I hit? I don't...
She needs help.
Oh, she's gone that quickly. Wow. But this is what war is.
How you feeling, brother?
Like I'm trapped in a portable toilet.
Try not to dwell on that.
You'll pee in your suit.
No one dies with a full bladder.
Naomi's last sim said that the railgun should only get about 20% of us.
That dark terrible.
Unless you're
Little
the
worse
one
than
that gets
Russian
hit.
roulette.
She's already coughing up blood. Is that what I just saw, or am I seeing things?
I know what to do. Vanessa! Vanessa!
I didn't use my mods. Just a ratchet strap and some elbow grease. I'm gonna earn my keep.
God, this is like the craziest thing. Oh. Anything could hit him right now. Anything. Jeez. Goodness. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. Is this the end of Draper and Amos? What is she doing? Oh my God. Amos. Oh gosh. Oh gosh. Jeez.
We lost the guns.
Request is denied. Any further communications will be refused, and any ships attempting to enter our space will be destroyed. You were a useful distraction, but I have gods to kill.
Wow.
It's now closed. You're on your own. Hoi dang, Baltalora.
He has to put on a
apologize?
little smile, like
Wise move. Now
everything's
that
okay.
victory is inevitable. She would have governed Medina well.
She had a family.
Yes, we were all her family. Do what?
So easily cope with all the people we've killed.
There is nothing to feel guilty about. Death for some is the price of our freedom and our future.
It could have easily been me instead of Rosenfeld.
Or me. Accept my fate. And I would be proud because this is the life we've chosen.
When did I choose?
You are my son.
Interesting question
After
to
all
ask
we've
him.
done, you. The end of the inners hold upon us. Lift your heads. A long struggle will finally be over.
But
The end of the inners, and their end will be our beginning.
definitely he feels trapped.
We might be able to trigger the ring entities. When we came through the ring with the John Batista, we lost some of the pods to transit. Every torpedo and railgun slug, and we time it all just right. We should be able to wake the entities up.
What the hell?
You cannot expect us to reward them.
What I expect is for you to reward me. And every last Belter who took up arms against Inaros to help you.
Mars, someone you trust them, you put your life in their hands. You can't just pretend to.
Yeah.
You can't do that. You don't really trust them. And if we can't find a way to trust each other at this point, I doubt we ever will. Wait a minute.
James, it's time for you to make history. Again.
Insisted on a few conditions. One of them was that Kamina Drummer would be vice president. A very wise woman I know once said, you shouldn't believe what people say, just watch what they do. I'm just a man from Earth representing people I respect and sometimes love. An outsider, and I always will be. And there's a problem with that. Which is why, as my first official act, president of the Transport Union, I resign. The future of the Belt has to speak with a Belter's voice, and in that spirit, I'm proud to introduce the new president of the Transport Union, Kamina Drummer.
Wow. What a crazy show this has been.
You followed your conscience in the hope that others would follow theirs. You didn't do it for a reward. The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong. It's more important to try to help people than to know that you did.
Did he leave?
More important.
Did he get out?
Someone else's life gets better, and for
Did
you
he
to feel good
leave?
about yourself.
Yes.
You never know the effect you have. Maybe one cruel thing you said haunts them forever. Maybe one moment of kindness gives you comfort or courage, something they needed to hear. It doesn't matter if you never know. You just have to try.
Very wise.
I've lived a hard life.
Piracy will be an issue. We could fly security for freighters.
Just stay here for a minute.
that was how I wanted it to end, at least with Philip, like trying to figure out what happened to Philip. I mean, I have to rewatch that little part for myself, him walking away and listening to what Naomi says here.
I pissed off a lot of people.
You certainly did. Conscience in the hope that others would follow theirs. The universe never tells us if we did right or wrong. More important that someone else's life gets better. You never know the effect you might have on someone. Not really. Maybe one cruel thing you said haunts them forever. Maybe one moment of kindness gives them comfort or courage. Maybe you said the one thing they needed to hear. It doesn't matter if you ever know. You just have to try.
You're very wise.
I've lived a hard life. She's trying to wash the blood off her hands. That's what I wanted for Philip. I'm gonna give her a chance.
I'm glad you did.
That ended really beautifully. I'm very emotional, and I had to take a moment to really let some of those words that Naomi was saying sink in. And there was trying to wash her hands of the blood that was on her hands, and she was talking about Clarissa, and that was what she wanted to do for Philip. And there was a point where she didn't want to give Clarissa a chance. That's such a real, that's like such a great, those are wonderful lines like that. I knew that I had to go back and rewatch that and before I spoke about just my overall feeling of the series. But that was awesome. And then it's just cool because her words did have impact on her son. Philip realized in the end that this isn't right. The chanting that his dad was doing, the Belta Lauda, this was all a lie. It was all about him. And what a big choice he has to make. But it's, he of course he made bad decisions. Of course he does have blood on his hands, but that's the thing. He at least has the chance to wipe the blood off, to wash the blood off. And I think that hits me heavy. When you're just so young and you don't understand, and you're living in your whatever you want to call it, trauma, which it's real. This stuff is real, that the habits you create to survive, and then once you're not in this, and now you're not in really survival mode, you've got to figure out how to change those habits. Or this, trauma is real, and it's a fact. It changes your brain. It makes you do things differently. It makes you have responses or reactions to things that you would never have had you not lived a specific way. But now you're sensitive to specific things. It could be being maybe loud noises, or someone screaming, or a hand going up. Whatever it is, it's real. And we all experience our own version of trauma. And we all have to live every day with it, holding on to it. It's on us. It's within us. It's there. You make choices. You do things out of fear. You do things out of being just selfish, just self-absorbed, just being young. The good thing is, and this is the thing that I do live by, is once you're made aware, those things are not good, they don't help you or serve others, stop. Do something else. And you start to make those choices, those changes. then that is the way of humanity. That is human life. But the reality is each person has a chance to change, and not everyone changes when we want them to. It is that true statement of plant that seed and let it grow. Plant that seed and let it grow. That's all you can do. The last things, the last statements that Naomi made are just absolutely beautiful. This series was very humbling. There was so many wonderful moments. Naomi being the survivor that she is, and like she said at the end of the episode, I lived a very hard life. That stuff is real. Those hardships come back because you were like, man, I'm stronger than I thought. I can really do this. I withstood this thing, that thing, this thing. I think I could keep going. I can keep going. And it's a beautiful thing because that's just to see Naomi from losing her son to losing Marco, who she loved, to being involved in a situation that killed so many people, so many innocent people, wanting to kill herself because she can't get her son back, and then saying, you know what? No, I'm just going to walk. I feel like Naomi and Philip did the same thing. Philip just one day left. There's the same way that Naomi left them. And it wasn't them. She wasn't leaving Philip. She was leaving Marco. It wasn't safe for her. Philip did it the same way. And it's just that him changing his last name to Nagata is so beautiful. Like I just want to lay down in my bed and I want to cry. I will not do it here, but I'm just like, it's so emotional. Like, it's such a win, even though it's a fictional story. It's such a win. That's huge. It's so huge. It makes me so happy. That's the best thing. That's just the best way this could have ended. Yeah. And there were just so many awesome moments with Jim making that, in the beginning, the first season, making these calls, and then we get the Roci crew because of the calls he made, and then we meet Bobby, and she's just this awesome warrior, and then we see at the end Amos and Bobby fighting together, and they just make it, and it's just these beautiful relationships that each of them all set out like on this new voyage. Amos and Clarissa as well, even though her voyage was to kill James, but everyone, even Miller, left. Julie left. Everyone said, I'm just going to leave. I'm going to take the step into the unknown, and I don't know where that leads us, but we're going. We're going above and beyond, and they all met the people they're supposed to be. Miller became the person he was supposed to be. He was supposed to meet Julie. He was supposed to do all of that. James met the people he needed to meet in the place he needed to be. Amos and Naomi, Bobby, Monica, Alex. Everybody did it. And it's that thing that like is into the unknown, but that's how we got to where we are, is people making that step of like the first step on the moon. Like we made it, we got here. Now what? Like the end of Finding Nemo is always my favorite thing. It's just so funny too. If you haven't seen it, I don't want to spoil it, but there is like that moment where it's like, okay, now what? And then it just like ends like, yeah, right. Well, I guess that's life. You don't know. You're just making these choices and hoping for the best. And like Naomi is saying, hoping to do the best, to do good, to be a good person, to try. And then, yeah, and you just sort of see what happens. But it's just so cool. It's a show about stepping into the unknown, human relationships, families, love, true love, and then the anti of that, the antithesis of that, which is it's like the antichrist type situation where it's like, or the false prophets where it's like there's some truth here, there's truth, but that's wrong, that's wrong, that's wrong. Like Marco is a false prophet. He has all these good qualities that anyone would say, be like, he's a hero, he's this. But if you're not like reading in between the lines and you're just listening to his words, on his actions, you're like, you could fall into that trap of thinking he is good. But then when you start to get all the truth, you're like, no, this guy's not good. And then you have the actual Christ, which is James Holden. So it's interesting. Then you have Naomi in the middle. I know it's not that, but it's just kind of cool to just say that, like a little bit, not to make it religious, but, and not to make it like Christian, but it's interesting in that way. Just her in the middle of these two men who are, one is good, one is bad, and she somehow makes her way out there and freaking does it. Like, it's amazing. And then she really saves the day too, because she's like always using her mind, and she's so damn smart, and I'm so proud of her, and Bobby and Clarissa and Amos, James. I'm so proud of these characters that are not even real, but they're so awesome. It's just damn good. Very good. Yeah. This will be I'm going to definitely do rewatches and definitely I want to read the books, and I will. So it's, yeah, I couldn't have asked for anything better. Of course, the whole Laconia thing is weird. The little zombie boy, and they're not even going to let us know what happened, I guess. Like, that's crazy. But I guess that's it. That's uncharted territory. We don't know what they're doing and why, and yeah, it's all downhill from here for that place. And then it is like, well, what happened to Marco when they go through when the red thing comes and goes through them? What does that mean? What's going on? But yeah, I mean, perfect way to end it. Philip is free, Naomi is free, and the world is free, and there's about to be some beautiful changes going on. So it's awesome. I'm so excited. This was great. Thank you guys for watching along with me, for listening. I read your guys' comments on YouTube, on Patreon, and it's just been awesome. So thank you so much. And I will see you guys in another series. Thank you guys for your support, and I will see you soon. Bye, everybody.